How's everybody doing today? This is Robin Deschamps. I had quite a few errands to do this morning, but that's not why I'm on the internet. It's not why I'm on YouTube. It is 85 degrees here in Los Angeles County, San Gabriel area. I got my windows down and I'm doing it in my vehicle. And to help cool me down a little bit, I'm drinking green tea lemonade. Iced green tea lemonade. How many times I have to say it? You know, how many times have I heard people say, including myself, that how come I'm finding things or I'm hearing about things that I lived around practically all of my life? Then find out that some people who actually live in that area, who went to school in that area, have been here quite a few times, but it doesn't get out of the local circle. Even though it's local, it's not getting out of the greater, wider local circles. So every time that I go out and blog, especially when I'm driving, sometimes I don't have time to do the research. But I do the research on the street that I want to drive on. Sometimes the best time is early in the morning, of course. You don't have to use that much time. You can go a little bit faster. There's no cars in front of you. There's no cars beside you. And you just go on and on and on. And then sometimes you want the real-time traffic. Holidays are also good to drive on, especially in the morning time or like July 4th, sometime in the afternoon before it gets too late. But every time I go on a vlogging mission, that's what I'm calling it, a mission, in a historical way, I'm always looking for something that either has been around for a very long time and no one knew about it. Maybe a lot of people knew about it, but they done nothing about it to check it out. Or maybe it's just not there because the city you live in, the people in charge, the politicians, they either board it up, cut the grass, put a fence around it, or not cut the grass, put a fence around it. Don't put up no signs and say what it is until eminent domain happens and they tear it down and find out that that's probably the last surviving historic piece of evidence of that time built by a certain individual. And that's what I run into a great deal. I know that California, especially California, with all these little cities, have pretty much the same history, but there are other little things. Of course, you got your adobes. You don't know when they're going to open. Usually when you go visit a particular historic artifact or fact or building or grounds or whatever, park, private or both private and nonprofit, or maybe all three, private, nonprofit, belongs to the city, belongs to the county, and they work hand in hand. Or someone's been there for a while, they live there, and they decide to give up the property with the stipulation that it can be used for the public. Or maybe they don't want it used for the public unless after 10 years, 5 years, 30 years, who knows? But just yesterday, after I got home from vlogging, Ventura Boulevard. And then after doing a pit stop and all that, I said, well, look, let me go home and do some more research on some history with that particular city or that particular area in Los Angeles County. Now, of course, I'm close to San Bernardino County, I'm close to Riverside County, close to San Diego. I like to do history in all those places. Even up north, San Francisco, I like to do a lot of history up there. There's a lot of things that were there that is not there anymore. You see remnants of it. They really can't do anything about the property, especially when it's near the coast. After an earthquake, the ground is no longer stable. But it's not blocked off. You can still walk it. You can still do whatever. And sometimes they make it a park. Or sometimes they just make it a wild area. And you just walk all over the place. And then they improve the roads. They improve the trails. They improve all those different types of things for people to gravitate to and enjoy themselves. Hikers, bikers, whatever. But I find myself always finding some place and said, why have I not heard about it? There's a big place, a couple of places that is coming up that I just found out about it. It's so historical, in fact, that I'd never even heard of the person, never even heard of the place. But I worked in the area for over 38 years and lived in LA. Well, yes, I'm 72, okay? Let's just put it out there. I'm 72. I'm still historically active. You don't learn these things in school. You learn them on your own. Sometimes is what you do with your life that you don't know what's going on. But then you find out that, oh, there was some things going on back in the year, let's just say 2020, that someone else was taking care of and they wasn't doing a very good job. And then the neighbors have complained and complained for many years. And then all of a sudden, the city kicks them out. You read stuff like that. And when they kick them out, maybe the city parks, because it's not a private thing. Maybe they take it over, take over the property. Now, how they upkeep it is one thing, but unless you go on the internet and do your research and actually find out if it's open to the public or how much it costs, you would never know. So there's a vicious cycle historically about what to keep and what not to keep. There are things that happened that the government did that I am not too proud of when I read after the research of a certain city and find out how mean-spirited people can really be. I don't care what nationality you are, but if you're mean-spirited, maybe you shouldn't be the one in the United States, because this place is a rich history. It's a rich history of good and bad. Well, anyway, I don't want to get off in that. That's going off on a tangent. This is Robert Deschamps. Just concerned about the historical significance and the education involved. Because it's all about education, really, when you boil it down to. And it's all about preservation. whether it's good or bad, or we're going to make it better. Who can go? Can you take photographs there? Even little things like that. What can you not take pictures of? Can you go in the museum and take pictures? What type of camera you have going in there? You can't use tripods. All kind of different kinds of things when you go visit institutions of learning. 'Cause that's what I do. I go into institutional learning. Museums, libraries, zoos, wildlife sanctuaries, beaches, state parks, national parks, city parks. It doesn't matter. This is Robin Deschamps. I'll see you in my next video. And I hope to bring you something of interest the next time, because in my case, it's all about spacing. Working a full-time job, work and play, and spacing out the stuff that really counts to me when I go out and blog on a historical perspective, even when it's local, right next door to you. And I'll see you in my next video, folks. I know I said that before. I'll talk to you later. And have a happy after July 4th, where everyone's getting back to work and doing the type of things that they should be doing. That's what makes this country great again, okay? Preserving the history nationally, statewide, citywide. That's what it's about. And I'll see you. Talk to you later. Hope everyone is feeling good out there. And if you're not, try to do something for yourself to make you feel better, no matter what it is. Talk to you later, and have a great, great, great evening.